Hello everyone, so I just want to show you how to update the sidebar navigation if you're coming from version 1.1 to the newer version. So this is version 1.1 right here. You can see it doesn't have the drop down elements, it doesn't have the newer features. And let's say you already built up your menus and you want to update it without breaking the changes, or you don't want to start over. So what you're going to do is that you're going to download the newest version, and then you're going to create a page and paste it right here. Like I've created a page and I've pasted the new version. As you can see, the new version has the drop down element. I'm going to go to option CSS and make sure that you don't override your styles here, because basically what you don't want to change is the styles, right? So you're going to go to the new one. Then I've renamed what is called option CSS to CSS styles. And then I've moved the post ID settings down there also. I would recommend you do that also, because from now going forward, the CSS that contains that post ID will be in this style CSS for easy access. So I'm just going to copy that and then I'm going to go just outside that root bracket. You know, we don't want to put it inside the root declaration. So outside there, I'm going to paste it there. But then I'm going to change the ID to what your original ID is. So because we're going to replace this other CSS that has your original ID 3947, that's your original ID. So 3947. So that is just about the only thing you want to do here. Once you do that, change all this. Now every other thing is just a copy and paste. So we've resolved that. So we're going to go to the real CSS, and then we're going to go here to the real CSS here. This CSS contains the updated CSS for the new version. So we're going to copy that. We're going to come here to that CSS and paste it. That brings in the new CSS, and then we're going to go to the JavaScript. We're going to copy the new JavaScript settings, and we're going to come to the JavaScript settings and paste everything. Then we're going to copy the JavaScript side navigation JavaScript, and we're going to just paste it here. So you can see that everything remains the same. If we go to the front end, I'm going to go and check on the front end. Everything should remain the same. It's still working. So there's one console error here, but it's not stopping this from working. So as at the time of this recording, and that console error, in the next update, I'm gonna push a fix to it. So most likely by the time you see this, I've already pushed a fix, but it's not stopping the working of this. So that console error is actually looking for a drop down element, which it is not, doesn't find here. So I'm gonna push a fix to stop that from happening. So now you want to put your drop down. Okay, so you didn't have a drop down before and you want to put a drop down here. So what you're going to do is inside this list, you want to drop your drop down inside a list, because the drop down is a list item. So I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to go to the drop down. The drop down is a list item, so I'm going to select, make sure you select, you see everything here is inside the list. So the drop down is a list item. So I'm just going to copy that drop down, and then I'm just going to select this list and paste that drop down there. So you can see we have the drop down here. So you see that the text are not being the styling for the text is not being updated. That is one last thing you need to do, because we were preserving these options. Okay, these sub options, we didn't want to copy this, the whole of this, you know, there. So but there are a few additions to these that you want to transfer. The first thing is the extras just below the focus style, just towards the end of the root declaration. So you want to copy that extras and put that extras there just after the focus styles. So if you go to colors, you're going to find this skip link color and the drop down links color. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to come under colors and paste that here. So the drop down link colors, I want it to be white. See, now it's white. Under the hover background, we also have the drop down links hover background, which you're going to transfer to under hover background. And then under background colors, you have these three: drop down content background, drop down links, and skip link background. So that is under background color. We just want to put that also. I'm going to go to hover color, and I'm going to copy the drop down link hover color, and I'm going to come here to the hover color. I'm going to paste that. And then the final thing is the drop down indent, the drop down links indent. Okay, that is how much indentation do you want that drop down to move, because with the drop down you need to indent it a little bit. So I'm just going to put it under width and spacing. You see it moves it like that, so you have the drop down link indent. So right now I've been able to style these, so I can go here and, sorry about that, and you see my drop down is working, and everything is working the way it should. So if I want this to have a background color, the content background color, let's go to background now here. So it's kind of like black, so we can change that to 255 255 255 to make it white and a bit transparent. Maybe this could be 10%. And you can see it's showing properly now. So if I go to the front end and it's going to refresh, and you can see that it has that background color there. If I tap out of it, you can see it closing. So that's how to update your existing site with the update. So in future updates, it's going to be much easier because we're going to have this structure. I would advise that maybe you just rename your stuff like the new ones, you know, like that. And going forward, we're going to have it in this format. And what I'm going to be doing is, once I update a CSS, I'm going to put the CSS that I've updated in a certain group. That is easy. If you needed to copy that and paste inside your existing CSS, you can easily copy it and paste it without worrying about anything. So that's all. I hope you found this useful.